Yo, 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 what's up? How's everybody doing? Phil James. First and foremost, I have had a gain of subscribers. And when I say a gain, I mean something like 65 subscribers in the past 2 days. So, to all my new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing, and I hope that I do not disappoint you with any of my videos. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you will continue to stay subscribed and like or dislike my videos in the coming future. So, with that being said, let's start this video. So, a couple videos that I've made references to the military, Department of Defense / American Power Grid training exercise that's going on, and it started 2 days after the so-called Great American Eclipse. Now, that exercise or operation was called Operation Black Sky, or Project or Operation Black Sky, something like that. It was Black Skies, whatever. Now, a lot of people took that like it was going to be a false flag event and people were going to die. Well, let's cross our fingers and hope not, because we all know how the American government and the shadowy government behind the American government like to do things. They love the false flags, they love to kill innocents, and they love to fake things and then scare the entire nation into absolute panic mode and get everybody freaking out and then take us to war or completely decimate the rights we thought we had. Now, with Black Skies, I don't necessarily think that it itself is a false flag where people will die due to it, but at the same time, I do believe a false flag will come of it. It's just going to be a different type. And I think that the false flag I'm referring to it being would be like a Black Sky event. Typically, when referred to, is when there is a large scale power outage. So, you know, here in America, for instance, we have the Western power grid and the Eastern power grid. And then Texas has the Texas interchange power grid. And Texas's power grid takes a little bit of power from the East and West power grids of America. Usually the federal government deals with the power, but Texas wanted to do it themselves, and I think that was a brilliant idea, and I think that's part of the reason why Harvey wreaked so much havoc and stuck around for so long. I do completely believe it was manipulated and caused, and I also believe that Texas was targeted strictly because Texas has their own gold supply. Texas wants to secede from America. Texas has their own power grid, and Texas also has a lot of gun owners, and Texas is also considered hostile territory on that FEMA map, or to the federal government, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think Texas was a test run for the Black Sky event, because obviously, with a hurricane like Harvey hitting, and then NASA test firing their SLS RS-25 Mars rocket, and all that vapor meeting Harvey, causing 60 plus inches of rain all over, you know, the Gulf of Texas, like right around there, the Gulf and Texas, you know, 60 inches of rain, it really destroyed some power down there. And then you top it off with the chemical spills that happened at those chemical companies and, you know, whatever else. So, Black Skies, that is a 21-month exercise that's been going on. Well, today I watched another video and saw a link to a website, and I wasn't quite sure about it at first, but then looking into it, I found out that the Department of Defense is literally about to start working with the amateur radio broadcasters. So, you know, the people that use ham radio or whatever it's called, or shortwave, whatever. I'm not sure which one it is. But that's the type of radio that can supposedly still work even after, you know, some large-scale EMP or power outage event. Isn't it convenient that the Department of Defense is literally working with these people to communicate? It started, there was talk about it October 25th is when it was starting, I think, so yesterday, but it goes all the way up into November. Now, Richie made a video and he talked about the crisis actors being looked for. That was like November 4th and 5th, I do believe. So, guys, let's be aware of what's to come, because if they're testing large-scale power outages, EMPs, and all that, and the Department of Defense is working with a bunch of guys and girls that use shortwave or ham radio, because you can still communicate after some sort of large-scale power outage, clearly they got something in the works here, guys. So I wanted to throw all that out there. And this video right here that I have in the background also caught my attention with the same ideas in mind. So let's watch.
Being involved in Moscow's cyber operations.
Tonight, documents obtained exclusively by NBC News show Kim Jong-un has targeted the U.S. power grid with cyber attacks against multiple electric companies, trying to break in with emails containing malware, according to a private report by the cybersecurity firm FireEye.
They have the capability not only to infiltrate, but potentially to destroy data and systems.
North Korea already attacked Sony 3 years ago, revenge for a Hollywood movie mocking Kim Jong-un. Now experts warn they are developing the same techniques to attack broad sectors of the U.S. economy.
One of the things that worries us a great deal is the ability of the North Koreans to strike here in the heartland, particularly at the financial sector.
Intelligence officials tell NBC News it was North Korea that pulled off a brazen cyber heist of the Central Bank of Bangladesh, that country's Federal Reserve, netting Kim Jong-un $81 million. This defector tells NBC News the regime has embedded 6,000 cyber warriors in China, South Korea, and other neighboring countries.
FireEye tells NBC News it has documented cyber attacks against South Korea's military, its power plants, even aviation, all appearing to come from North Korea.
Now new fears those North Korean hackers could soon target the U.S. with a devastating attack.
They want very much to have the capability to shut down our power grids, our utility systems, our banking, our air traffic control.
Tonight, the industry says North Korea has not yet penetrated the energy grid, but are on alert for a growing North Korea threat.
Now, with all that being said, and like I just told you, the Department of Defense working with a bunch of ham radio operators, and now the, you know, mainstream news machine that we find all over this country pushing the idea that North Korea could very easily hack our power companies and shut down our power grids. You know, I would say with these crisis actors being hired in numerous states and all the stuff that's about to go down, that there's a very, very good chance that a type of false flag power outage event is about to go down somewhere. Is that the case? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But I'm just saying to beware, because they're looking for crisis actors. Department of Defense is working with a bunch of ham radio operators, and Black Skies, the event, is still going on. It was 21 months. So, and it started 2 days after the Great American Eclipse, which was August 21st of this year. So, Black Skies is in full effect, and power grid is at risk. Not from North Korea, though. From us, ourselves, our government, because we know how they like to do things. So just keep it in mind. and, you know, stay ready. Keep your bug out bags ready to go. That's all I got to say. All right, y'all. Thanks again to all my new subscribers. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a link to the Department of Defense, and I'll have a second part to this video coming out so you can have the link yourself and you can look into it yourself. I might also throw the Black Sky event website in the description of this one or the next video. So, yeah, thank you guys. Peace.